India's Ministry of External Affairs has condemned the demolition of a statue of a Hindu deity, Lord Vishnu, at the Thailand-Cambodia border, saying such acts hurt the sentiments of followers around the world. The statue, built in 2014, was toppled by a bulldozer operated by Thai military engineers amid ongoing border tension. The incident comes after more than 2 weeks of military clashes between Thailand and Cambodia. Responding to reports, India's Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said Hindu and Buddhist deities are deeply revered across the region and form part of a shared civilisational heritage. The Ministry of External Affairs said that regardless of territorial disputes, disrespectful acts against religious symbols should not take place. India also urged both sides to return to dialogue and diplomacy to restore peace and prevent further loss of life and damage to property and heritage. All right, I request Sudhakarji to join us back in the discussion here for his comment on this.
Kriti, this is a remarkable stance taken by Ministry of External Affairs. I think it is first of its kind, because in a spectrum of course of action or activities to be taken by a rising nation like India, calling out is very, very important. Nothing can be stopped in the world. Anyone is free to do anything anywhere in the world. But calling out requires lots of economic, military, diplomatic, military intelligence, and the comprehensive national power. What comes to my mind at this point, Kriti, while I am responding, is that India has come a long way. The sphere of influence, earlier traditionally we used to talk about from Persian Gulf to Malacca Strait. I'm glad and happy and very proud to be an Indian that the sphere of influence has started getting extended beyond the Malacca Strait, and we have started calling out such kind of activities which are malicious in nature and which are violent in nature against the religion and very growth of our civilization as a nation. We need to call it out in order to feel proud and defend our country as a India, as a rising nation, and to be a global power by 2047 or earlier than that.
But it's more than just that, Sudhakarji, won't you say that Hindus and, Hindus have been one of the most liberal religions, and if this incident had been, if there was any other religion that was targeted, I'm sure there would have been riots by now and people would have been killed, as we can see in Bangladesh.
You are too sharp and intelligent to actually, catch on to. I was being a military man. We are debarred from talking anything about religion. But since you are asking a pointed question, I totally agree with you. Let me also submit one point. Having traveled, if not all the countries, major part of the world by now, I personally feel that being a citizen of India, if I don't speak out, despite being a military man, Hindus are the the least united community in the world.
Yeah.
Within the country itself, we don't go to the temple, we don't talk about ourselves, there is no unity. The first moment you get a chance is this, you start casting aspersion. And anyway, that is besides the, but the fact of the matter is that you are raising. Yes, I do agree. This is the most accommodative and most, I would say, patient and a very liberal kind of a religion, wherein we accept anything and everything. All nonsense is also accepted by Hinduism.
Yeah.
Therefore, there is a requirement for our religion also to evolve. And we need to say the time has come we have come a long way. 78 years after independence, somebody slapping you on your one cheek, you don't show the other's cheek to be slapped. Our strategic doctrine has actually undergone change from strategic restraint to strategic, reciprocal risk. We are talking about escalatory matrix to be dominated with a chosen entry point and exit point. We are also talking about deterrence of denial having migrated to deterrence of punishment. We tell the enemy and tell them that here it is, we are going to hit. So under these circumstances of changes and evolution, I think you have a point in your question. There is much more that Hindus have to unite together.
Yes.
We need to assert as a force. Unity is not the only the end all and be all. We need to assert in a polite and in a decisive manner so that not the world, we ourselves have to defend ourselves. Nobody from outside is going to come and defend us.
Absolutely.
Back to you.
Sure. Thank you once again, General Badu, again